Okay, my name's Andy. I am going to try to create a video to show how to replace the AOS, or the air oil separator, on a 2007 Porsche Boxster. See, I have my makeshift door roof holder, get myself into service mode. My thing's not quite working, my strap broke, so I've got that up there. But anyway, you've seen videos, I hope, on how to do all that. Anyway, this was kind of a pain. Everywhere you look online, everybody tells you how much of a pain it is, but they don't ever actually show you how to do each of the little steps required to take this little piece out. There's a couple videos in here. I'm splicing a bunch together. I've never really done this before, so just trying it out. I'm a horrible cameraman, so you'll see a lot of shaking, cameras all over the place. I'm just one person here, not really knowing how to do it, but I'm trying to set something up to give you a little bit of help. Maybe it'll help you somewhere along the line. It's not as difficult as it was described by many, but then again, this one's a little bit different than what some of the other, looks a little different than what some of the other videos have. Mine have the two holes, there's two holes on the bottom there. There's one right there and one right there. That's on the bottom. This thing sits down in the unit like this. Everyone else's kind of sits on the side, like you bolt it to the side somehow. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of put a little video together. When I started this, I went backwards. I had the thing already out, and then I tried to show how I did everything, how I took it out whenever I put it all back in. Really wasn't, like I said, as difficult as it could be. You just got to have a long socket, got to have a long extension for a Torx socket is really the only tool you need, and then a curved long pair of needle nose, long screwdriver, just to kind of move stuff out of the way. That's really all I needed. There's a lot of pausing that I did to make it family friendly. So during the pauses, wasn't necessarily family friendly. So anyway, that's my video. I'll try to put it together. It's kind of my first time, really. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I am replacing the air oil separator in a 2007 Porsche Boxster. I know that I have it out, but I'm going to try to put it back together and show how I took it apart when I put it back together. This is the part out. This is what you need. 2 bolts go down. That's a twist and pull connector. That's a twist and pull connector, and then you've got this thing. It is a pain in the neck. Nobody online shows you how to take it out. They just show you it's a pain, and then they show you when it's out, kind of like what I did. But I'm going to show you, try to put it back together and show it as I do it. That way we'll see if it works. And I'll have to figure out how to splice this together. Try to show this when I took this out. This was down in the car, and I could just see the edge of that clamp down at the bottom. Kind of try to show how I took it off. This clamp here was all the way right here at this edge. It was down deep in the car, and I was able to get my wrench, a pair of channel locks down there, just so, and pinch the clamp and pull it off. I got that one off. Now I'm going to take this off of the old one and put it back on the new one in the same method. Like I said, I'll try to show how I did it when I take it off, when I put it back on. So again, trying to put this back in here. Pushing this down. Got to line up on those 2 bolt holes down there. Light out of the way. if you guys are seeing this okay. Yep. Well, so what the problem is, I've got to get that hose back on there first, down at the very bottom, before I can slide it all in there. So I'm gonna have to put the phone down in order to. I don't think I can do it without. I'm here by myself. So I'll just have to try and see what I can do to slide that hose onto that little hose bib down there, and then it'll kind of seat itself in place. So I was able to get that in there, and the way I did it was kind of get it started on that thing, and when I pushed the whole mechanism back, it kind of slid the thing on there. Then I will get my channel lock, see if I set myself up for success. Probably not. Obviously not. If I get that turned. There we go. I got myself so that I can attempt these locks on there. Had to do them kind of wide. See that? Just got it pinched, and then I just slid that hose clamp back on there, and that's on there. Right? Not easy, even remotely. Okay. Now I'm going to try to position this. It kind of is where it's supposed to be, but every hose and its counterpart gets in the way. I think I may actually be there. Gotta have a lot of long screwdrivers. That hole's gotta line up there, that hole there. Right? That may have worked. So the way I managed to get that, took my screwdriver, got that. I don't know if you see it. Push that. Whatever that harness is down there. Got it out of the way. That's where my screw goes. I'll see if I can get it in there. Taped my screw onto the end of my long extension. Again, these are Torx sockets. Show what those are. I do that, and I gotta stick that way down in the hole. Again, my Torx socket. My screw. That. Dropped it. Just tape it on here. Just to get it started. Now I'm noticing they may be two separate sizes, so I hope I didn't use the wrong one. This could be. Just tape it on there. Again, extra long ratchet to get in there. One back here. Guess it's tight, I don't know. Okay, hopefully that's down in there. Now, couple things that I did on the way out, taking this apart. This hose was kind of in the way, so I think this was clipped over it. So I did that. I also had this hose right here was in the way. It had a type of clamp on there that I'm going to have to get a hose clamp just to put over it, but this clamp I took off so that I get that hose on. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Looks like I broke that. I took this off. Now it looks like I broke that hose. That's not going to do me any good. Most non-triumphant. Well, let's see if I can get this one on. This was the worst hose to get off. That's the worst clamp to get off. Let's see if it'll just go right back on. Probably not. Just set you back down here. So to get that bottom one back on there, I had to kind of lift this so that it kind of would flex a little bit and get out of the way. But the way I was able to get that one out is I had a pair of these kind of things and got in here somehow or another. I was able to get this around there and squeeze those, and of course I had two hands, but I would squeeze that and then was able to twist that to get it off, and it just popped straight out, slid to the right once I was able to get that on there and squeeze it. That's how I got that on. Then just put it back on. You just push it right back on, let it connect. Same way with this one. This is obviously the easy one. Just goes on just like that. Just pops right on, and to get it off you just squeeze those to pull it out. Now that I have messed up that hose, I'm gonna have to replace that. Alright, so I just fortified that piece I broke with some electrical tape. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try it and see. And again, just sliding those clamps on, they really do just slide right on there. It's harder to take them off than it is to put them on. Now I'm going to go see if it'll work.